Okay, good morning. So I wanted to follow on from the article I wrote earlier in the week about how this pandemic, this situation has moved us from individual and self to teams and community. I mean, it's been fascinating. The coaching and team training community has been focusing on this for a really long time, but now we're seeing it really manifest. And there's three really important ways that I wanted to highlight to you in this video. So the first of those is teams, the work team. Going digital has given us a laser focus on team, keeping the team together, how we work together, so the ways in which we collaborate, how we're a group of human beings together. All the advice that came out immediately following lockdown on social media, all the advice that was being provided by consultants, was all around the collective. This is a really good thing. Together we are stronger. Number two was our global communities and networks. There's been an absolute explosion of communities being formed online and people jumping into those communities. So first of all, as human beings, we need to connect with each other at this point in time. However, what's really important and really interesting is that the constraint of physical location has been completely removed. And further to that, technology as an enabler has become the norm. So we're reaching out. Universally, we're reaching out. Some people have been involved in those kinds of communities for a long time. I'm not saying this is totally new, but what I'm saying is it's becoming universal, and that's a fantastic change for the world. And the last part, probably the most important part, is our local communities and the profile of those important groups of key workers that we're able to see as one body through social media, through the news. Through this pandemic, we're starting to see how important that body of people is, and what a beautiful body of people that is, as one. And I think that's really important. And then, of course, there's the local community. So I don't know about all of you. I've definitely been guilty when I've previously been travelling a lot for work, of rushing around, not having the time to connect with my neighbours, with my community. And I think what I've experienced and what lots of people are experiencing is that opportunity to feel more grounded in your local community. Be it WhatsApp groups, being talking to each other at a socially distance, but just that opportunity to be in place and be in your place, in your community, is fantastic, and I think has made a big difference to a lot of people. So the last thing to say here is that nearly every organisation and person that I'm talking to now is starting to plan for, really plan, not just talk about, but really plan for the flexible working, remote working, digitally transformed world that we're potentially going to live in after the pandemic. This is going to go on for a while, so during and after the impacts of this pandemic. And I think that is also a good thing, because it's keeping, in that work, they're keeping the focus on team and how we're working together. So thanks, those are my thoughts for the week on that, and I'd love to hear from you. If you've got any questions, please shout out.